Hi, everybody. Today I'm going to talk about Bitcoin mortgages, how you can get a mortgage using your Bitcoin as collateral. This is pretty huge. I just went through this problem myself, which I'm going to dive into here in a minute. I want to give a shout out first to one of my sponsors, Ledn. Ledn is the best place where you can go borrow against your Bitcoin as collateral. They're also one of these companies that provide a Bitcoin mortgage, or you can lend out your coin and earn a yield on it. Okay, let's go ahead and jump on in. And with Bitcoin mortgages, I've just gone through this myself trying to get a mortgage. I've got tons of tons of Bitcoin, but mortgage companies or mortgage underwriters, all they care about is income, which makes it really, really tricky. So if you've been in crypto for a long time, you've got a bunch of crypto assets, that doesn't necessarily mean you can go walk in and get a mortgage very easily. The reason why I want a mortgage versus just paying for the home outright is that you can borrow at around 3% or 3.5%. When inflation's at 7 to 10%, you're basically getting paid to borrow money because it's a negative real interest rate. So this is an incredible opportunity that I see. I've always wanted to own some real estate, and I'm ready to put some roots down in Austin. So it all kind of matched up well. It's pretty wild. You can borrow at a negative real interest rate, but with these reckless monetary policies by the Fed, that's what we're capable of doing. So like I said before, when I went into these different mortgage providers and asked for, mortgage, they're like, no, we don't really care about your crypto assets. Those don't mean anything. They only really care about income. They really want to see a stable cash flow. So they're looking for a stable cash flow, and they're looking at certain debt to income ratios, not debt to assets, debt to income. And that's where it gets really annoying. Also, if you have income from a business, it needs to have been around for 2 years. Otherwise, they won't even accept that or consider that as income. And so, it's pretty crazy to think that there's millions of people in the crypto space that have, that are there's probably hundreds of thousands of millionaires in the space, and they can't get a mortgage, which is pretty wild. So a couple companies have seen this pain point and have built some solutions for it. So how does it work? So you've got all these assets, right? And you don't want to sell, you're a hodler. So this mortgage company lets you get a mortgage and hodl on your coins. And that sounds a little bit too good to be true. Here's how it works. The lender will take your Bitcoin and the property as collateral for the loan, which in this arrangement is typically 100% of the property value. So there's no down payment. And what this is called is joint collateralized. Now this works well if the markets go up. Now if it goes down, or the Bitcoin's price drops dramatically, you could get margin called. And I want to make sure you spend extra time to understand what this means. That means that they could take your collateral, sell it, and you lose your Bitcoin and the home. So this is a pretty serious scenario. Definitely something you want to think about when doing one of these deals. And so when I reached out to some of the below companies, some hinted at very generous or relaxed margin call programs, since the asset is joint collateralized, because it's not just the Bitcoin that's collateralizing the home, it's the home itself. But I haven't seen any specifics before they launch. So there could be really relaxed scenarios where like Bitcoin has to drop a huge amount, or if Bitcoin drops, they still have the mortgage and maybe they won't even margin call you. But this is a risk of this, and I'm not sure about the specifics yet because neither of these companies have launched their product.
Before we begin, I want to give a shout out to Choice, one of my sponsors. As most of you know, when you hodl, you don't have to pay taxes. But what if I told you that you could hodl, and when you eventually sell your Bitcoin, you wouldn't have to pay any taxes then? Well, I didn't think that was possible until I found a Choice IRA. Choice is the best retirement account to set up for Bitcoiners that lets you buy and hold Bitcoin in stocks without paying a dime to the government. And how does that work? Choice is an IRA. They have IRAs and Roth IRAs, which means it's a special type of retirement account where you don't pay taxes if you hodl until a certain age, along with some other stipulations. And the best part, you can self-custody your Bitcoin with Choice, which means that you don't have to trust Choice or anyone else with your Bitcoin or your private keys. It's the perfect retirement solution for Bitcoiners. The best time to start stacking sats was 11 years ago. The second best time is today. Search StackSats in the App Store or choiceapp.io/held. Link is included in the description below. Go check it out right now.
All right, so who provides this? Ledn. Ledn, by the way, is one of my sponsors of this show. They were the first one to come out with a Bitcoin mortgage. You can sign up for the wait list, and that's going to be included in the link below in the description. A couple notes, they're only starting in Canada at first in Q1 2022. Then they're going to make it available to all of the US citizens in Q2 2022. They're doing 50% loan to value of both assets. Interest-only payments, that's pretty cool, which means that your monthly payment will be less. 2-year term, I think that's kind of short, but maybe that's just for them trying to get going, and they're going to figure it out later. And they said that even if you already have a home and you say like your home is already paid off, you can borrow against your home as collateral and then buy Bitcoin with that, which is pretty cool. And then the second one that I've heard about is called Milo. They recently launched. They have many of the same features and a few more notes here. They're a direct lender, licensed, audited, and insured. They can kind of adjust your rate depending on how much collateral you want to post. Ledn may also offer this, but I wasn't able to check. And then they want you to finance 100% of the purchase, so no down payment necessary. I'm super excited to try these all out. I already hit up Ledn and Milo. With Ledn, I've known these guys for a long time, so I'm like, guys, can I be the first one to try it out in the US? We'll see what they're able to put together, but I'm super excited to check it out. And when I do, I will make sure to post more. Thanks for watching. If you like this, give me a subscribe or give me a like. It really helps with the algorithm. Appreciate it. Cheers. Bye.